The Philippine Military Academy traces its roots on October 25, 1898, when the Academia Militar was established by the President of the Philippine Revolutionary Army, General Emilio Aguinaldo. Since its inception, PMA has undergone several changes that led to its reputation of being an institution of excellence. It epitomizes the best traditions of the noble profession of arms and bears the high standards of character, founded in honor and fortified by discipline. It has a proud heritage to cherish, a glorious tradition to uphold, and a vital mission to accomplish. Throughout more than 100 years, the Academy has survived and kept its basic character, a military organization committed to training young men and women for service to God, country, and people. With all these in mind, the Academy looks forward to the future as it continuously molds leaders for the nation, espousing the values of courage, integrity, and loyalty.
Attention call has just been sounded, signaling the entrance of the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines. The Philippine Military Academy started with the establishment of the Academia Militar on October 25, 1898 at Malolos, Bulacan, by the power of a decree issued by the Philippine Republic President, General Emilio Aguinaldo. The Academia was a school which awarded its graduates regular commissionship in the Armed Forces of the Philippines, which lasted until 20 January 1899, before hostilities between the Filipinos and the Americans erupted. On 17 February 1905, an officer school of the Philippine Constabulary was founded at the walled city of Intramuros in Manila. 3 years later, on 01 September 1908, the school was transferred to Baguio City, initially at Camp Henry T. Allen and subsequently at Teachers Camp. On 08 September 1926, the Philippine Legislature passed Republic Act 3496, which renamed the school the Philippine Constabulary Academy and lengthened its course from 9 months to 3 years, with provisions to strengthen the faculty and revise its curriculum. On 21 December 1936, Commonwealth Act No. 1, also known as the National Defense Act, was passed. The act formally created the Philippine Military Academy and authorized to confer a Bachelor of Science degree to its graduates after they have successfully completed the 4-year course. The outbreak of the Second World War disrupted training in the Academy. Classes of 1942 and 1943 graduated ahead of schedule, and its members were assigned to combat units of Bataan and other parts of the country. Many perished in the war. On 05 May 1947, the Academy reopened at Camp Henry T. Allen. Due to the need for wider grounds, the Academy moved to its present site at Fort del Pilar in Lawakan, some 10 kilometers away from downtown Baguio City, and named after the young hero of Tirad Pass, General GREGORIO H. del Pilar. It was developed into a military training institution with facilities and infrastructures required by a growing academy. In the 1960s, the Academy underwent major changes as socio-humanistic courses were added to balance the techno-scientific disciplines, with a view towards providing a well-rounded education that is relevant to the needs of a growing AFP.
With the implementation of Republic Act 7192, the acceptance of women in the Academy was introduced. With this act, the Academy made a step towards the recognition of women's status and equality. The female cadets have undergone practically what their male counterparts have been tasked to do. Although living in separate quarters, they have been accorded equal treatment and training. Today, the Philippine Military Academy remains focused on its vision to reach the international standard of military academies by the year 2028, producing military professionals of character, dedicated to protect and help build the nation. Its mission adheres to the philosophy that adopts a holistic view of man as body, mind, and spirit. PMA believes that future leaders can be selected, formed, and developed to their fullest potentials. Under this concept, PMA's Leader Development Program contains character development, a balanced college education, military leadership, and physical development. This little person concept is aptly captured in the PMA mission statement: to instruct, train, and develop the cadets so that each graduate shall possess the character, the broad and basic military skills, and the education essential to the successful pursuit of a progressive military career as a values-centered leader in selfless service to the armed forces of the Philippines and the nation. These young men and women in front of you compose the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, coming from different regions of the archipelago, ranging as far north as Batanes to as far south as Tawi-Tawi. They were carefully selected through a series of competitive mental and physical examinations. These cadets represent different levels of our society and from all walks of life. These cadets before you are the future leaders of our armed forces and our nation.
As soon as the platoons occupy their respective places, the regimental adjutant designates Alpha Company as the base company. in a brisk manner called the adjutant's trot. The regimental adjutant makes his way midway between the line of troops and the troop commander. In like manner, the battalion adjutants join their respective battalion staff. The regimental adjutant orders all platoon guides and sergeants to take their post, in line with their platoons. May we request everyone to rise for the honors to the nation. Thank you. You may now be seated. The regimental adjutant faces about, salutes, and renders to the regimental commander that the cadet corps is formed.
In a short while, the regimental commander will give a series of commands for the corps to execute the manual of arms. Starting with right shoulder arms. Left shoulder arms. Port arms. Order arms. Inspection arms. And finally, order arms.
The regimental commander orders the adjutant to account the troops. After receiving the reports, the regimental adjutant faces about, salutes, and renders report to the regimental commander. Sir, the corps, all present and accounted for. The regimental commander orders the adjutant to publish the order of the day. After publishing the orders, the regimental adjutant gives the command officer center march. He then proceeds to his position with the regimental staff as cadet officers from each battalion march forward to receive instructions from the regimental commander.
Communications, orders, and disseminations must pass through proper channels. This is a practice observed in the military profession, which signifies the importance of the chain of command. Through the chain of command, a more effective and efficient working arrangement results among men in arms. Now, approaching the grandstand, ladies and gentlemen, are the members of the chain of command, the officers of the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines. Upon the salute of his officers, the regimental commander acknowledges, gives instructions, and directs them to proceed back to their respective posts. While inside the hallowed grounds of this great institution, the cadets must endure the challenging training. The military system characterizes and distinguishes the unique life inside PMA. It fosters punctuality, order, discipline, and respect for authority. By placing cadets in a uniform plane, it enables these young men and women to advance through self-reliance, initiative, and strength of character.
The regimental commander orders the corps to present arms. To present the corps to our guest of honor, General Andres C. Centino, Philippine Army, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines. The audience is requested to stand. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Military ceremonial parades have been established.
to bestow honor to the Philippine flag, our national symbol. Recipients of awards and decorations are also accorded this honor. This is followed by the inspection of the troops, if the reviewing officer so desires.
General Andres Castor Centino was born on 04 February 1967 in Tacloban City. He commenced his Bachelor of Science degree in 1984 and graduated cum laude as a proud member of PMA Marangal Class of 1988. He is currently the Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines. General Centino previously served as Commander, 4th Infantry Diamond Division from 29 May 2020 to 14 May 2021. Under General Centino's leadership, the Diamond Division has been adjudged as the best Army unit for calendar year 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, trooping in line before you is our guest of honor, General Andres C. Centino, Philippine Army, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines. He is accompanied by Lieutenant General Rowan S. Tolentino, Philippine Army, Superintendent, Philippine Military Academy, and by the Regimental Commander, Cadet First Captain John Troy Albano, CCAFP. To refine his military leadership, intelligence, and war-fighting competencies, General Centino has undergone both local and foreign trainings, such as the Basic Airborne Course, Infantry Officer Basic and Advanced Courses, VIP Security Operations Training, Scout Ranger Course, where he graduated at the top of his class, Counterintelligence Operations Course, Intelligence Officer Course, Military Intelligence Collection Course, and Training Development Course. He is happily married to the former Miss Sheila Sokalit and blessed with a daughter, Alison Dayan, and 3 sons, Andoni Rex, Rafael Andrew, and Diane Adrian. Looking back at history, trooping the line was brought about by the invasion of mainland Greece by the Dorians in 1200 BC. This is the act of inspecting the soldiers before and after each battle. Today, we still observe this military tradition to signify the common trust between the troops and their commander.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor, General Andres C. Centino, Philippine Army, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines. At this point, the Superintendent, Philippine Military Academy, Lieutenant General Rowan S. Tolentino, Philippine Army, will deliver his remarks and subsequently introduce our guest of honor and speaker.
First of all, let me greet our guest of honor and speaker, our Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Andres C. Centino, Philippine Army. Major General, his party, Major General Jose Maria R. Cuerpo II, Philippine Army, the Deputy Chief of Staff for Personnel J1. Brigadier General Noel D. Beleran, Philippine Navy Marines, the Deputy Chief of Staff for Education and Training, J8. Brigadier General Stephen V. Agtotop, Corps Professor, the Dean, Corps Professor, Armed Forces of the Philippines. To the Team PMA, Commodore Roger P. Viduya, Philippine Navy, the Assistant Superintendent. Brigadier General Julius A. Tumines, the Commandant of Cadets. Brigadier General Jose Dimar A. Poli, Corps Professor, the Dean Academics and Head Academic Group. Colonel Kim Eric Alexander Agatep, Philippine Air Force, the Chief of Staff of the Philippine Military Academy. Colonel Achilles Villacruzis, Corps Professor, the Academy Inspector General. Colonel Ryan Celino, the Commanding Officer of Headquarters Support Group. Colonel Sani Ramos, the Commanding Officer of the 1302nd Dental Dispensary. Colonel Stephen Penetrante, the Command Chaplain. Master Chief Petty Officer Ferdinand Cerezo, Philippine Navy, the Command Sergeant Major. And Miss Hanelet Manalang, the Chief Civilian Human Resource of PMA. And of course, Cadet First Class John Troy Albano, Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Regimental Commander of the CCAFP. Other members and organic personnel of PMA, parents, relatives, and loved ones of PMA Talang Dangal Class of 2026. Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Nilagay niya dito, your wife, Alma, yung akin palang better half, nakalimutan ko. Alma Talentino. Today, we are witnessing one of the Academy's most cherished tradition, the recognition rites for the 4th class cadets. Certainly, this is a milestone worthy to be celebrated as it gives a deep sense of pride for these young men and women who surpassed the challenges of being plebes inside the academy. Likewise, they share this special moment with their family and the whole Philippine Military Academy. In the life of a cadet, today's ceremony is indeed memorable. It is a day of reaping the fruit of what they have sown for almost a year of sacrifices, discipline, and determination. Likewise, it is not merely a recognition of one's achievements, but also the beginning of a more challenging and meaningful chapter of their cadetship in the academy. As the popular saying by German philosopher named Friedrich Nietzsche, and I quote, "He who has a why to live for can overcome any how." In other words, while this new chapter presents new challenges and carries with it heavier responsibilities and overwhelming tasks, may our 4th class cadets never run out of reason to continue the passion and to be of service to our nation. Correspondingly, the recognition rites of the 4th class cadets of PMA Talang Dangal Class of 2026 in essence signifies that they are now officially accepted by the upper class corps and are now deemed as plebe no more, yearlings not yet. To the class of 2026, while there were days when you thought you could not make it, this day proclaims that you have made it. While you still have a long way to go, you are already far from where you used to be and one step nearer to where you would like to be. And with that, you deserve to be given another round of applause. As I close my remarks, I will leave you with a meaningful message from Saint Francis of Assisi. And I quote, "Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible." Once again, to the 4th class cadets and to their proud parents, congratulations. At this point, I shall now proceed with my next important task. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce our distinguished guest and honor and speaker for this ceremony. The command is privileged with us today, our honorary and exemplary leader whose accomplishments have contributed to the entire military organization and to our nation. Our guest of honor and speaker is the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Prior to his assumption, he was the 64th Commanding General of the Philippine Army. Likewise, he has been designated to various command and staff positions, such as the commander of the 26th Infantry Ever Onward Battalion, 4th Infantry Division, Secretary Army General Staff, Chief of Staff of the 4th Infantry Division, Commander of the 401st Infantry Unity Brigade, Commander of the 4th Infantry Diamond Division, Philippine Army, and the Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations J3. Our guest of honor and speaker completed his Bachelor of Science degree in 1988 and graduated cum laude. He also holds a master's degree in management from the University of the Philippines and Master of Science degree in National Resource Strategy from the National Defense University in Washington, D.C. He is also a graduate of the Strategic Business Economics program at the University of Asia and the Pacific. To refine his military leadership, intelligence, and warfighting competencies, our guest of honor and speaker went through local and foreign training, such as the Basic Airborne Course, Infantry Officer Basic Course, and Advanced Courses, Scout Ranger Course, where he graduated on the top of his class, various intelligence courses, training development courses, and the Command and General Staff course. Moreover, his exemplary leadership and dedication to duty were recognized through various awards and decorations, including the Philippine Legion of Honor, Hiram Award, 4 Distinguished Service Stars, Gold, Silver, and Bronze Cross medals, and several medals and ribbons, both for combat and administration. Our guest of honor and speaker was born on 04 February 1967 in Tacloban City. He is happily married to former Miss Sheila Sukalit, and they are blessed with a daughter, Allison Dylan, and 3 sons, Adoni Rex, Rafael Andrew, and Dion Adrian. Guests, ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor and speaker, General Andres Cantor Centino, Philippine Army, the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Please take seats, ladies and gentlemen. Cadet Albano, give the order Tikas Penga to the cadets. To the Superintendent, Philippine Military Academy, Lieutenant General Rowan Tolentino, thank you for the introduction. May I greet also Ma'am Alma Tolentino. Nice to see you, Ma'am. The Assistant Superintendent of PMA, Commodore Roger Viduya. The Commandant of Cadets, Brigadier General Julius Tuminis. The Dean of Academics, Brigadier General Jose de Marpoli. The members of my party. With me is our J1, Major General Cuerpo, our J8, Brigadier General Belira, our Dean, Cora Professor General Stephen Agtoto. members of Team PMA, headed by the Chief of Academy Staff, Colonel Eric Alexander Agatet. The Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, headed by Cadet First Captain John Troy Albano. I will specially greet the members of PMA Class 2026. Walang palakpak. Of course, the parents, the relatives, and friends of the PMA Class, members of PMA Class 2026 who are here. Salamat po sa inyong pagpunta rito ngayon and joining us in this very significant milestone of your sons, of your friends here. Ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Just as I arrived here and I was briefed by the superintendent of PMA, he mentioned to me that on the occasion of his birthday, yung mga kadete nagpadala ng love letter sa kanya. At they wrote to the superintendent, thanking the superintendent for his very meaningful but short speeches. Kaya I think it wouldn't help if I read the whole 15 pages of my prepared remarks here. So I'd rather read a portion of my remarks and then just share some notes that I have prepared. So I suppose that the members of PMA Class 2026 are waiting to have this activity get over with. Matapos na yung octagon at magkaroon kayo ng the memorable handshake with the upperclassmen. Kaya tatapusin natin ng maayos at mabilis ang ating ceremony this morning. To the members of Class 2026, just like you, I was once in that very same line 39 years ago, dreaming that same dream of being one of the chosen, one worthy of being a cadet wearing the distinct colors of the Philippine Military Academy. And to the family members, the parents, but at the same time, it was my family's moment to feel the pride and joy of seeing me hurdle one phase of cadetship after another. But for today, the spotlight is really on you. Palakpakan natin ang mga parents. As you witness another step of the cadetship of your sons and daughters. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to share this special milestone with all of you today as we witness the recognition rites of the PMA Class TALANG DANGAL of 2026. Today's event is the third of 4 important milestones. When the cadet entered the academy, the first day, meron tayong tinatawag na reception day. Yun yung transition from civilian to military life. And the second important event is the incorporation day, when the new cadet battalion, they're formally incorporated to the Cadet Corps. And today is Recognition Day. At mamaya, we will be witness to a very significant ceremony. We'll see the very important handshake that a plebe will receive from his upperclassmen. Of course, the fourth one is graduation day. And I could just recall that for the whole 4 years, sa 4 na taon ako'y nandito, 3 beses lang ako nabisita ng aking parents. Incorporation, recognition, and graduation day. Kaya I'm just happy to see the parents joining your sons and daughters here, witnessing this very important occasion. And just as I was traveling from Camp Aguinaldo going here to Baguio, I just realized that I have to speak to 4 different types of audiences. Yung una, siyempre yung ating mga plebo ngayon na recognize in a few minutes. Secondly, I'd like to address also to the upperclassmen. Yung bumubulong ngayon dyan sa ranks at may mga sinasabi sa kanilang mga kasamahang plebo. Of course, I'd address also to the parents, the family members of our plebes, and I suppose I had to address also the members of the Philippine Military Academy. To the cadets, or rather to the plebes belonging to PMA Class 2026. I am more than certain that you will have a lifetime full of memories from your 4 years in the Academy. And today is another one to add to that growing memory bank as we celebrate. Or do we really celebrate Recognition Day? With the shaking of the hands between these young men and women and their upperclassmen comes the affirmation that the cadets have completed, or the plebes have completed the rigors of the initial training and have now leveled up to the status of being plebes no more, yearlings not yet. From the thousands who tried their fortune in the hopes of becoming a cadet, we will see here 310 aspiring cadets stand before us today, coming from the different ethnicities and speaking various dialects to march on their journey to become future military leaders of our country. To the 310 newly recognized cadets, or to be recognized cadets, you are now called upon to manifest the level of maturity and sense of responsibility worthy of the trust and respect of your upperclassmen and mentors. With the amount of time that your instructors and your trainers have spent ingraining in your hearts and minds the ideals of our alma mater and the essence of being a cadet, it is expected that you have gained the ample knowledge and the proper mindset to act with discretion, integrity, fortitude throughout the remaining years of your training. The days ahead will ask even more of you, in fortitude of spirit, in keenness of mind, in generosity of camaraderie. But know that the more challenging the times become, the better prepared you will be for the demands and trials that await you once you are outside of the academy. Magsegue ako sa aking mga notes. No? Ngayong araw na ito is Recognition Day, pero the real challenge is after Recognition Day. Doon matitest talaga kung you really up to the challenge of being a cadet for the next 3 years. Doon natin masusubukan yung tunay na galing ng bawat kadete. Isa sa mga plebe knowledge that I keep to heart even until now is that poem, Don't Quit. And I would ask of you to memorize to heart yung poem na yon, yung Don't Quit. When things go wrong, as it sometimes will, yun, meron na nag-recite na dyan sa harapan natin ngayon. So, use your talents as you transition from being a plebe, soon to be an upperclassman when the new cadets will be coming in, new plebes will be coming in. Use your talents, excel, try to be the best that you can be, study hard, at make sure that you would really complete the 3 years. Hindi lang itong dapat pinangarap nyo yung makaabot ng recognition, dapat makaabot ng graduation. Okay? Okay? Plebs? Mukhang excited na sila. Hindi na makakasagot. Siguro nag-memorize pa ng don't quit dyan ngayon. Anyway, to the upperclassmen. In a few minutes, we will have the formation of the octagon. The inner octagon will have the plebes inside, and you will be from the outside shaking the hands of your plebes. That is not a simple handshake. That is a very significant handshake of respect and recognition of the friendship and goodwill that you should maintain with your underclassmen, your plebes. Because that friendship will go on until you go out of the academy, until you serve the armed forces of the Philippines. Yun ang tandaan natin. It's not just a simple handshake. And yun nga ang gusto nating bigyan ng emphasis. Later on, when you shake the hands of your plebes, have the firm grasp of his hand, look at his eyes, make your handshake firm, and say his first name. Is that good for all of us, upperclassmen? Why am I saying this? Yung pagsasama ninyo dito sa academy is just the start of so many years of being together in the service. And it's important that you have the goodwill developed here at the academy, and later on when you work, you will realize yung mga relations that you have developed here in the academy, yun yung mag-spell ng difference when you're working as military officers later on. So I hope that when you shake the hands of your plebes, you have the sincerity and you mean that simple gesture of handshaking. To the families and loved ones of the members of PMA Talang Dangal Class of 2026, may I ask you to please stand to be acknowledged. Palakpakan po natin sila. Let us give the due recognition to the families of our plebes who have sacrificed and supported their sons and daughters on this very, very brave journey. Dear parents and loved ones, you possess the ultimate courage that your sons and daughters have emulated in enduring the challenges of their chosen careers. The values and principles that you have instilled in them have made them worthy of wearing the colors of PMA and shall soon transition into the valiant colors of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. I share your pride and joy in witnessing your sons and daughters become fine and disciplined future military officers. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat din sa inyong tiwala sa Philippine Military Academy at sa ating Armed Forces of the Philippines na linangin at pagyamanin ang kakayahan ng inyong mga anak upang magiging magagaling na pinuno sa ating sandatahan. Once again, let us give a big round of applause to our parents. To the Philippine Military Academy and the trainers, the staff, and the officers here in the Academy, you are given the very significant responsibility of molding our cadets to become responsible leaders of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Take this an opportunity as a noble contribution to our nation. Sanayin natin sila ng lubos. Let us train, teach, and develop them based on the mission of the Academy. Ang aking hamon sa inyo, as I was briefed earlier, ang ating success rate ng kadete is at the level of 65%. If we can raise this up to perhaps 75% or maybe 85%, I think we would be giving our contribution to the government by saving so much resources and ensuring that we also have developed and mold professional officers in the future. So sana ang ating mga kadete ay magiging mahusay sa kanilang pag-aaral dito, mahubog sila ng gusto. And I would only hope that for those who would unfortunately leave the academy, they will leave the academy for the right reasons. And may I again address the parents. Nalimutan ko kanina. As I was saying, I was only visited 3 times by my parents when I was a cadet. Nasa malayong lugar sila, and they couldn't just come here as often as I would have wanted. But please take time out to visit your sons and daughters. Communicate with them if you can. May technology na tayo, may para na tayo para paano sila makakausap ng madalas. At sana give them the support that they need para hindi lang yung kausap nila, yung mga kapwa nila kadete. Kailangan din nila kausapin palagi ang kanilang mga magulang at family members. And again, my thanks to you for your trust to PMA, to the AFP, and to our government. So I commend the entire Philippine Military Academy, Team PMA, under the leadership of Lieutenant General Rowan Tolentino, the Superintendent, for sustaining the standards of excellence of our beloved alma mater. Indeed, the cadets are in the best of hands with a pool of proficient, dedicated, and truly dependable mentors, teachers, and instructors who are equipped and determined to mold them into future servant leaders of the armed forces of the Philippines and our country. Congratulations on a job well done. Once again, congratulations to the 310 plebes who will in a few minutes be recognized. Mabuhay ang Philippine Military Academy, mabuhay ang sandatahang lakas ng Pilipinas. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
At this juncture, Lieutenant General Rowan S. Tolentino will present a memento to our guest of honor and speaker, General Andres C. Centino, Philippine Army, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines. The handshake, a memorable gesture of camaraderie displayed in Recognition Day, which affirms a plebes membership to the Corps and the full confirmation that he has conquered the life and challenges of a lowly plebe, is presented to General Andres C. Centino, Philippine Army, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
The regimental commander orders the Corps to pass in review. Ladies and gentlemen, passing in review before you is the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, led by the Regimental Commander, Cadet First Captain John Troy Albano from Davao del Norte with his staff, Dexter Ariola from Taguig, Christian Abrina from Catanduanes, Glenn Barreroso from Laguna, Alexandra Abrigana from Bukidnon, Sean Vitor from Taguig, Kim Agatep from Cebu, Julian Lamparero from Iloilo. The Philippine Military Academy Band, under the baton of Musicians Mate Second Class Benji O. Tolentino, Philippine Navy. Excellence Battalion Commander Francis Huet from Las Piñas with his staff, Cha Palmares from Cavite, Rowan Julius Dumalina Kigao from Isabela, Giselle Polistico from Agusan del Sur, Christopher Soriano from Pasay City, Joshua Maglasang from Baguio City. Alpha Company Commander Rael Romerosa from Lanol del Norte with his staff, Zenzel Caiton from Ilocos Sur, Tristan Maglambayan from Zamboanga City, Remar Amotan from North Cotabato. First Platoon Leader Gabriel Pelino from Mandaluyong City. Second Platoon Leader Joshua Pedro from Bulacan. Third Platoon Leader Paul Sotelo from Laguna, with their company First Sergeant J. Tairus from Misamis Occidental. Bravo Company Commander Arvin Soriano from Manila with his staff, Angela Tancho from Davao City, Juanito Gacayan from La Union, Sean Ponteos from Tacloban City. First Platoon Leader Carl Honato from Davao, Renzel Morales from Cagayan. Third Platoon Leader Kyle Enoferio from Zamboanga, with their company First Sergeant Emmanuel Kebal from Batangas. Chivalry Battalion Commander Bian Go from Davao City with his staff, Hejen Marquez from Bulacan, Paulo Domingo from Pasig City, Hexel Gregas from Davao del Norte, Brian De La Cruz from Baguio City, John Calutong from Aurora. Charlie Company Commander Marty De Ocampo from Mountain Province with his staff, Lubert Nava from Pangasinan, Albert Calip from Quirino, Kiel Sali from Baguio City. First Platoon Leader Precious De Mesa from Valenzuela City. Second Platoon Leader Kent Lumactot from Cagayan de Oro City. Third Platoon Leader Ariston Ramos from Mountain Province, with their company First Sergeant Eric Nicdao from Pampanga. Delta Company Commander Ferdinand Coloma from Batangas with his staff, Annabel Agliam from Cagayan, Maria Labiano from Taguig City, Justine Solomon from Quezon Province. First Platoon Leader Ernesto Jongon from Negros Oriental. Second Platoon Leader Camilo Oroc from Cebu City. Third Platoon Leader Jexi Padong from Mountain Province, with their company First Sergeant Jeron Frondozo from Coronadal City. As the colors pass in front of you, may we request everyone to rise and render the appropriate courtesy. You may sit down after the colors have passed. Ladies and gentlemen, the colors, led by its color officer, Cadet First Class Rizalde Hermoso II, and by the Regimental Sergeant Major, Cadet Second Class Joshua Gonzalez. Humility Battalion Commander Israel Mesahon from Quezon City with his staff, Jane Ilagan from Nueva Ecija, Andre Shoko from Cagayan City, Carl Bokida from Zamboanga del Sur, Michael Boregas from Makati City, Franz Rosal from Davao City. Echo Company Commander Jordan Pachogo from Mountain Province with his staff, Alexis Sumo from Batangas, Yami Flores from Camarines Sur, Jean Arsenal from Zamboanga Sibugay. First Platoon Leader Zimri Kambonga from Dumaguete City. Second Platoon Leader Edwin Timbangan from Baguio City. Third Platoon Leader Ivan De La Cruz from Baguio City. With their company First Sergeant John Alexis Viana from Occidental Mindoro. Foxtrot Company Commander Vince Icaro from Batangas with his staff, Jasper Balonso from Bicol, Victor Maestrado from Bukidnon, Rosal from Zamboanga. First Platoon Leader Jose Agpuldo from Apayao. Second Platoon Leader Juni Cueto from Iligan City. Third Platoon Leader Hans Roldan from Naga City, with their company First Sergeant James Manuel from Taguig City. Dignity Battalion Commander Rico J. Fernandez from Zamboanga del Sur with his staff, John Nicolas Bustillo from Benguet, Raylan Valencia from Pampanga, Lara Almario from Laguna, Steven Santos from Cagayan, Errol Tonzo from Iligan City. Golf Company Commander Joshua Pitogo from Batangas with his staff, Eliza Lavapi from La Union, Christopher Garcia from Pasig City, Andre Sepe from Zamboanga City. First Platoon Leader Eldridge Garcia from Bukidnon. Second Platoon Leader John Lagitao from Cagayan. Third Platoon Leader Arian Gumugda from Iloilo, with their company First Sergeant Queen Aliparo from Pampanga. Hawk Company Commander Erickson Bendanillo from Lanao del Norte with his staff, Joshua Ahamil from Makati City, Joseph Bulalin from Pasay City, Christian Salamera from Aurora. First Platoon Leader Jay Kaindoy from Aklan. Second Platoon Leader Rafael Gentalian from Cagayan de Oro City. Third Platoon Leader Seth Mateo from Taguig City, with their company First Sergeant Antonio Balinte from Baguio City. The first ascension call has just been sounded, signaling the entrance of the PMA Talang Dangal Class of 2026.
The life of a cadet starts the moment they stepped in the hallowed grounds of the Borromeo field. Reception rites signify the start of the summer camp training of the PMA Talang Dangal Class of 2026. It also embarked the new life for these incoming cadets that were carefully selected through a series of tests. They were trained in order to transform them into men and women of arms. 24,288 young men and women from across the country took the Philippine Military Academy entrance examination. Each of them was hoping to be a part of the PMA Talang Dangal Class of 2026. The said examination was conducted in different testing centers in the Philippines. 1,211 passed the written examination, but only 888 reported to the designated medical centers to take the psychological and physical test. Finally, through a series of competitive tests, 350 strong neophytes emerged and was selected to be the members of the PMA Talang Dangal Class of 2026. In terms of educational attainment, 1 is a valedictorian, 65 are fresh high school graduates, 181 are in their senior high school level, and 103 are in their junior high school level. The Academy searched the whole country in order to select only the best of the 350 cadets. 96 are Tagalog, 49 are Cebuano, 20 are Bicolano, 31 are Ilocano, and others belong to other ethnic groups. Most of them are Roman Catholics, 4 are Baptist, 10 are Iglesia ni Cristos, and 6 are Muslims. Even before entering the academy, these men and women proved to be the cream of the crop. 3 are valedictorians, 47 are salutatorians, and 83 graduated with honors and other awards. They were taught the basics in the military in order for them to be ready to be integrated in the Corps. And after 2 months of summer camp training, on August 20, these cadets were incorporated in the upper class Corps. Academic term started, and these cadets were subjected to the pressures of the academics. With this additional hardship, the training they had made them more competent and ready to be finally recognized. Today, 319 strong and proud members of the PMA Talang Dangal Class of 2026 will be recognized.
Plebes no more, yearlings not yet. The training that they had is now enough in order for them to be called recognized cadets. Just like any other cadets, they underwent series of vigorous trainings in order for them to be polished and refined. After 6 months of rigid training, these cadets are now transformed from carefree civilians into a more responsible men and women in uniform. From this class will emerge the future leaders of the armed forces and will be a part of the long gray line. Proud parents of the PMA Talang Dangal Class of 2026, witness as your sons and daughters receive the warm handshake of their upperclassmen, embracing them as younger brothers and sisters in the noble profession of arms.
Nakanino ba yung lunch? Nasa drone ba, sir? Nasa drone ba, sir?
The second attention call has just been sounded, signaling the entrance of the upper class corps. The Philippine Military Academy traces its beginnings to the Akademya Militar ng Pilipinas, founded on October 25, 1898 in Malolos, Bulacan, pursuant to the decree of the first President of the Philippine Republic, General Emilio Aguinaldo. By virtue of General Orders Number 24, dated August 1, 1908, the school was relocated from Intramuros to Constabulary Hill in Baguio City, known today as Camp Henry T. Allen. The school was renamed Philippine Constabulary Academy. The passage of the National Defense Act in December 21, 1935 formally established the Philippine Military Academy, authorizing it to confer a Bachelor of Science degree to its graduates after they have successfully completed the 4-year course. The outbreak of the Second World War chapter training in the Academy, with the advanced commissionship as third lieutenants of PMA classes of 1942 and 1943. Subsequently, PMA Class 1944 and 1945 were disbanded. The Academy reopened on May 5, 1947 at Camp Henry T. Allen, with Class 1951 as the first post-war class. On May 20, 1950, the Philippine Military Academy transferred to its present site in Lawakan and was eventually named Fort del Pilar as a fitting tribute to the young hero of Tirad Pass, General Gregorio H. del Pilar. The passage of Republic Act 7192 saw the integration of females in the Cadet Corps in 1993. Today, the Academy has produced over 7,000 officers. Furthermore, the Academy has produced 12 recipients of the Medal of Valor, the highest medal award for gallantry in action. Over the past decades, the Academy was beset by some major problems affecting the success rate of its cadets. With approval of the Secretary of National Defense, the then Superintendent of PMA, Lieutenant General Cristolito Balawing, crafted a strategy to institutionalize the reform initiatives and prescribe a direction for the succeeding administration to follow. This is intended to provide continuity and stability to all policies, plans, and programs. Thus, the PMA Roadmap 2015 came into existence. Since the time of its inception, PMA has constantly produced leaders of character who have prominently distinguished themselves in the service of the armed forces of the Philippines and the nation. The PMA Talang Dangal class of 2026 now salutes the upper class corps. Likewise, the upper class corps acknowledges the salute of the 4th class cadets. Please rise for the singing of the PMA Alma Mater song. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Proud parents of the PMA Talang Dangal Class of 2026, witness as your sons and daughters receive the warm handshake of their upperclassmen, embracing them as younger brothers and sisters in the noble profession of arms.
second attention call has just been sounded, signaling the proud parents of the PMA Class of 2026 to proceed to the Borromeo field. At this point, may we request all the proud parents to proceed to the grandstand now. May we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. Thank you. Attention in the area, attention in the area. At this point, may we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. May we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. Thank you. Attention in the area, attention in the area. May we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. May we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. Thank you. Attention in the area, attention in the area. At this point, may we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. May we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. Thank you. Attention in the area, attention in the area. May we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. May we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. Thank you. May we request the proud parents to leave the Borromeo field. Attention in the area, attention in the area. May we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. May we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. Thank you. Attention in the area, attention in the area. May we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. May we request all the parents to proceed to the grandstand now. Thank you. Attention in the area, attention in the area. May we request all the parents to proceed to the Yap Hall while waiting for their sons and daughters. Thank you.